This is Chris Videos. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Videos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both my TikToks. So I'll be down there in the description box. And I'm here to do my WWE Monday Night Raw, June 19th, 2023 reviews. So here we go, discussing about tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. Now, we kick off the show with the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins. He comes out and looks like he's about to do his open challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship to start off the show. That's what it looks like, at least, because he's dressed up and everything for the match. And he gets in the ring and, he's listening to the crowd standing there, listening to the crowd singing a song, up until he gets attacked from behind by Finn Bálor. Bálor starts attacking Seth, throws him outside of the ring and stuff, throws him against the announce table. Seth was trying to fight back, but it wasn't enough because Finn was just beating the hell out of him, throws him into the ring post, laying him out. But then we see a bunch of referees and pretty much security guards and stuff trying to pull back Finn Bálor. And we seen Jason Jordan out there, so yeah, it was cool to see Jason Jordan on TV. But yeah, they was trying to pull back Finn Bálor, and they held him back for like a little bit up until he got loose, and he runs and jumps off the steel steps with the coup de grace onto Seth. And then they told him to come on, leave him alone now. And then they started pulling him back. And then this man runs right back over there, climbs up on the announce table, and jumps off with a second coup de grace onto Seth Rollins, laying him out. And it looked like that was going to be enough. And, he's finally walking away. And then this man ran all the way around the ring and jumps off the steel steps again with a third coup de grace onto Seth Rollins, laying him out. So, yeah, that was a start off Raw right there. Pretty good segment, though. I guess Seth Rollins will maybe still be doing the open challenge tonight with the World Heavyweight Championship, but yeah, pretty good start to Raw. Finn Bálor attacking Seth Rollins right there. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw. Now, before we talk about the next match, we got to talk about a segment backstage, because we see Seth Rollins getting helped out backstage, because he just got attacked by Finn Bálor. And then Finn Bálor decides to attack him again backstage, beating him down, laying him out, and just tossing him around. So yeah, Finn Bálor attacking Seth Rollins again backstage. But then, after that, we see The Miz inside the ring, and, he's out there, he grabs a mic in the middle of the ring, and he starts talking about how he was going to come out there and accept Seth Rollins' open challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship, up until Finn Bálor came up and attacked him, and he said he knew he was going to be the one to defeat Seth Rollins and become the new World Heavyweight Champion. So yeah, that's what he was saying. He says that he should be doing like an open challenge or something. But then, all of a sudden, Tommaso Ciampa returns. He comes out, he comes back with his old theme song, No One Will Survive. So yeah, he comes back with that amazing theme song once again, thank God. His other theme song wasn't like too terrible, but this one, is way better, obviously. So yeah, he comes out there with that, and he's coming in there smiling and everything. Miz is all happy because he got his buddy back, and then Tommaso Ciampa just punches him right in the face, and then we get a match underway: Tommaso Ciampa versus The Miz one-on-one. Tommaso was taking control of this match in the beginning and stuff. Miz starts coming back a little bit towards the middle or whatever, hitting that DDT onto him when he's on his knees, and he got a 2 count out of it and everything. But then Miz was taking control of the ending, laying Tommaso out. He climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumps off with the double axe handle, and when he jumped off for that move, Tommaso jumps up with a jumping knee to the face onto The Miz. He grabs Miz, lifts him back up, and he hits his finisher move, the fairy tale ending, onto The Miz, and he pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Tommaso Ciampa returned and defeated The Miz tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. Pretty good match to kick off the show, and great return. So yeah, for that match, I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's why I'll give it pretty good stuff. But yep, that's what happened there. And up next, we're going to be seeing the Judgment Day on Raw. Next, Finn Bálor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and the Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley, up next on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, now we see Finn Bálor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and the WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day, standing on the stage, and they was talking. Finn Bálor was talking about how Seth Rollins was trying to do an open challenge, and he says that no, the reason why he attacked him is because he don't want nobody else challenging him for the World Heavyweight Championship. He wants to be the one to face Seth Rollins and beat him at Money in the Bank to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. So he says there ain't gonna be no open challenge for anyone. So yeah, that's what Finn Bálor said. And then we see Rhea Ripley talking. Rhea Ripley was talking about how she's been dominating the women's roster and stuff, and you know that she's doing her thing. And then at Money in the Bank, Finn Balor's going to defeat Seth Rollins and become the new World Heavyweight Champion. And Money in the Bank, Damian Priest is going to win the men's Money in the Bank ladder match and cash it in. And then Dominic Mysterio is going to beat Cody Rhodes at Money in the Bank. So yeah, that's what Rhea Ripley said. And then Damian Priest got the mic and he starts talking about how the Judgment Day is going to be doing great, and that Cody Rhodes better keep his mouth shut for next time, because not only would Dominic beat the hell out of him at Money in the Bank, that the Judgment Day would beat him down as well eventually. So yeah, that's what Damian Priest said. And then Dominic grabs the mic and he was about to talk, but then the fans were just booing the hell out of him. So he pretty much had to yell on the top of his lungs, saying that that they're delivering an open challenge to Cody Rhodes, pretty much that they're challenging Cody Rhodes and two of his mystery partners tonight. So yeah, Finn Bálor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes and two people of his choosing. So yeah, that's what Dominic Mysterio said. Pretty good stuff though. And yeah, that's what happened there. So yeah, the Judgment Day laying in the open challenge pretty much to Cody Rhodes. That's what happened there. And then after that, they showed a replay of what happened on SmackDown stuff with the Bloodline. And then we see Byron Saxton backstage, and he says that he wants to talk about to two people as actually, you know, known with the Bloodline stuff, with the history and all that. And he introduces the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And Kevin Owens pretty much blew up right there, talking about how he's tired of hearing about the Bloodline, and he's just tired of all that stuff. And Sami Zayn was like, calm down and stuff. And Kevin Owens wouldn't calm down. He goes like, look, I didn't want to do this in front of everybody, but we're going to have to talk right now about it. And Kevin Owens was like, well, go ahead. Tell me what you got to talk about. And Sami Zayn was like, you blowing up. Like, you're a raging holic. So yeah, that's what Sami Zayn said to Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens was like, what? What are you talking about? And Sami Zayn was like, look, here, let's make a deal. If you don't blow up once tonight, then I'll leave it alone. And Kevin Owens was like, all right, fine. That deal was accepted then. So yeah, that's what Kevin Owens said. But yeah, we're going to see what happens then. But yeah, up next we're going to be seeing Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green in action. Up next against Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Up next in a tag team match. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a tag team match. It was Kaden Carter and Katana Chance versus Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green in a tag team match. And yeah, let's go ahead and just talk about a few things that happened before this tag team match, like how this match got made and everything else. So yeah, they showed a bunch of videos of Chelsea Green literally being a Karen and all that stuff, getting posted on TikTok or whatever. Funny stuff with her throwing drinks at cars and all that stuff. So yeah, getting angry a lot. But yeah, pretty funny stuff right there. But yeah, after that, we see why this tag team match was made official, because last week on Raw or whatever, you know, both of these teams was talking, and, you know, Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green was talking about how they're always the first one in line for the women's tag team titles, even though Kaden Carter and Katana Chance did pretty good in their tag team match debut. They're always first in line. You know, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance was talking about the party and everything, and how they always try to ruin the party, but they want to make sure the after party is always great. So yeah, that's what they said. But yeah, we get to the match. This match, it was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth and everything. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter hits a double team move, like a moonsault and leg drop combination onto Sonya Deville. They pin her. 1-2, Chelsea Green breaks at the pin at the count of 2, and then Chelsea Green got taken out, and then they hit their tag team finisher move, the after party, onto Sonya Deville, getting the 3 count. So yeah, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance defeated Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened. Pretty good match though. For that match, I'll give it 2 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good tag team match. But yeah, that's what happened there. And yeah, after that we see Kathy Kelly out there in the ring pretty much, and she is interviewing Cody Rhodes because he comes out there and asks Cody Rhodes about the match and everything, and he says that he accepts a 6-man tag team match, and he says that he'll find 2 tag team partners, and they'll be facing the Judgment Day tonight. So that's what Cody Rhodes said. But that's what happened there. But I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a tag team match. It was Sangha and Veer Mahan with Jinder Mahal in this year versus Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander in the tag team match, and we finally got a tag team match out of this. So right off the gate, we see Sangha on the ring apron, Veer Mahan's in the ring. Right when the bell rings, we see Shelton run over there hitting a jumping knee to the face onto Sangha, knocking him off the ring apron and stuff. And Shelton and Cedric was doing pretty good against Veer and Sangha. It was just beating him down and everything. But then we get to the ending of this match where we see Sangha pick up Cedric on his shoulders and drops him on his stomach on the barricade and stuff, taking him out for the rest of the match. They started beating down Shelton in the ring and everything. Veer starts taking out Shelton, but then Sangha gets tagged in. He comes in there beating down Shelton as well, tags in Veer, and they hit their tag team finish move, that sidewalk slam elbow drop combination onto Shelton Benjamin, and then Veer pinned Shelton for the 1, 2, 3. So Indus defeated Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened. For that match, I'll give it 1.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was okay. This is more of a challenge for Indus, and they showed a little bit more of what they can do in the ring and all that stuff as a tag team. So on the main roster at least. So that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff though. But then after that, we see Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens walking backstage. This guy comes up accidentally dumping water on Kevin Owens on accident and stuff while he got in the cup. And Kevin was about to blow up because Sami was talking about that he's getting wet and all that stuff. And Kevin was like, no, I'm not going to blow up. Accidents happens. See, I told you, I don't got anger problem. I just got idiot problem. That guy don't know what the hell he's doing. So that's what he said. And then Matt Riddle comes up and Kevin Owens straight up don't like Matt Riddle, and he starts talking about some movie or whatever Riddle was, and Kevin was like, Matt, I love that movie, great stuff. And then he walks away and goes like, see, I don't got no anger problem. So that's what happened there. But up next, it looks like we're going to be seeing Matt Riddle versus Ludwig Kaiser up next. So that match is still to come. But I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next segment happened on Monday Night Raw. Now we get to the next segment of the night where we see Logan Paul get introduced. Logan Paul returns tonight on Monday Night Raw, and he is sitting on top of a ladder, and he says that, he's glad to be back and all that stuff. And then he starts talking junk about Cleveland, Ohio, and all that stuff. But he says there was some good stuff that came out of it. Like, he was born there, his brother Jake, LeBron James, and all of them. So that's what he said. But then he says that, a lot of people there is losers and stuff, except for him and all that stuff. Even though he did lose his match against Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, and Jake Paul lost his boxing match and all that stuff. But he says that they do better than everybody else because, they ain't living in Ohio. So that's what Logan Paul was talking about. But then, he was talking about that he talked WWE higher ups, and now he is in the Money in the Bank ladder match. So Logan Paul's in the Money in the Bank ladder match, but then he gets interrupted by Ricochet. Ricochet comes on out, and he was talking about how he is going to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. And now, you don't understand why Logan Paul's in it or anything, even though he didn't qualify for it. Then Shinsuke Nakamura comes out after Ricochet. He was talking about how he was going to be the Money in the Bank winner and all that stuff. But then LA Knight comes out, and LA Knight's always being funny as hell, talking a lot of junk to Ricochet and Shinsuke Nakamura. And he says that he got a map for Logan Paul. and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what he was saying. Pretty funny stuff right there from LA Knight. And then Santos Escobar comes in out there, and he says that, that he's going to win Money in the Bank for the LWO and all that stuff. And then Butch comes on out, and Butch, instead of saying anything, this man gets into the ring and starts attacking Logan Paul, and everybody starts brawling and everything. Everybody's getting taken out. We see Butch get thrown over the top rope, but he lands on the ring apron. He jumps up, but then he gets punched right in the face by Logan Paul, getting knocked off the apron. And then Logan Paul runs and jumps over the top rope with a front flip onto everybody else, taking them out. And then he sets up a ladder in the middle of the ring, climbs up the ladder, and holds on to the Money in the Bank briefcase. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment though with Logan Paul right there. But yeah, pretty good stuff. But yeah, Logan Paul's in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and he is competitor number 7 now. So yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, up next we're going to be seeing Matt Riddle versus Ludwig Kaiser up next in a one-on-one match, and still to come later on tonight in the main event. It will be the Judgment Day versus Cody Rhodes and 2 mystery tag team partners later on tonight in the main event. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was Matt Riddle versus Ludwig Kaiser with the Intercontinental Champion Gunther Imperium at ringside. So yeah, Gunther's at ringside. Giovanni Vinci still out with the injury and stuff by Matt Riddle. So yeah, we get to this match, and this match was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth at the ending. We see Riddle kicking Kaiser upside the head, and he hit the jumping knee to the face onto Kaiser, and then Riddle springboard off the second rope, and Kaiser caught him. I think he was trying to hit the Death Valley Driver that he usually does, but he turned it into like the senton type move, slamming Riddle because I don't think he could flip quick enough for it, but it's whatever. He still hit the move successfully, and he pinned Matt Riddle for the 1, 2, and then Riddle barely kicking out at 2, and then Kaiser gets on the second turnbuckle, and he jumps off trying to hit that European uppercut. But when he tried to hit it, Riddle reverses it into a German suplex, which was pretty damn nice. He grabs Kaiser, lifts him up, and he hits his finish move, the Bro Derek, onto Ludwig Kaiser, getting the 3 count. So yeah, Matt Riddle defeated Ludwig Kaiser tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. It was a pretty good match. But then, after the match ended, we see Gunther try and get into the ring, try to attack Matt Riddle, where Riddle turns around. He tries to hit a chop to Riddle, but Riddle ducks, and then Riddle starts fighting against Gunther and stuff, punching him in the face and everything, and he tried to kick Gunther, but Gunther grabs his leg and kicks the other leg from underneath him, flipping Riddle and stuff. And then Kaiser gets back up and starts attacking Matt Riddle, beating him down and everything. And then we see Gunther going after Matt Riddle's leg and stuff, stomping on it and everything, laying him out. So yeah, they laid out Riddle by stomping on his leg and everything, and then Imperium got out the ring. But yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good match, and what happened after the match was pretty good. I'll give the match and what happened after the match 3.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was pretty good stuff. So yeah, if you have go check it out. Really good stuff. But yep, that's what happened there. Still to come later on tonight in the main event, it will be Finn Bálor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio, the Judgment Day, versus Cody Rhodes and 2 of his mystery tag team partners. Still to come later on tonight in the main event for tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a tag team match. But before we talk about the tag team match, we're going to talk about a few things that happened before this match. Now we see Matt Riddle getting hoped out backstage and stuff because, Imperium attacked him like after his match against Ludwig Kaiser, injuring his leg. So yeah, he's getting helped out backstage. And then we see the undisputed WWE tag team champions Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens talking backstage, and they get interrupted by Ludwig Kaiser and the Intercontinental Champion Gunther. So yeah, they come up interrupting them, and they was talking about like, Ludwig Kaiser was like, did you see what happened out there to your best friend Matt Riddle? We'd hurt him and all that stuff, and we'll be taking away those tag team titles eventually or whatever. So yeah, that's what they were saying. And then Kevin Owens starts blowing up and stuff, getting tired of Imperium and everything, up until Sami Zayn stopped him. He says, we'll talk about this later because I just got a text message and it's very important. So yeah, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens walked away from Imperium. But then after that, we see a video from earlier today with Chad Gable teaching Maxine Dupree how to do a suplex and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what happened there. But then we get to the match. Chad Gable and Otis with Maxine Dupree at ringside, Alpha Academy versus Eric and Ivar with Valhalla at ringside, the Viking Raiders in a tag team match. So yeah, we get the match underway. We get towards the ending of this match where we see Chad Gable jumping off the top turnbuckle with a moonsault onto the Viking Raiders, both of them outside the ring. He grabs Eric, throws him back into the ring, climbs up the top turnbuckle, and jumps off with the diving headbutt onto Eric. He pins him 1-2. Eric barely kicking out at 2. Valhalla gets on the ring apron, distracting Chad Gable and stuff. And then we see Maxine Dupree pull Valhalla off the ring apron, hits a suplex onto her outside the ring. Otis and Maxine Dupree start celebrating and stuff. And then we see Eric grabbing Chad Gable, lifting him up like a full Nelson Slim, dropping him, hitting a knee to the back of the head on the Gable, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, the Viking Raiders defeated Alpha Academy tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened. For that match, I'll give it 2 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was alright. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then after that, we see all 4 members of the Judgment Day talking backstage, and Rhea Ripley asked what Dominic says that unlike Cody and his tag team partners, we all know what we're doing and all that stuff because we've been together way longer or whatever. And then Rhea Ripley asked Damian Priest and Finn Bálor, are they on the same page? They both say yeah. They don't got issues with each other. And then Rhea Ripley was like, good. Well, y'all going to be dealing with a 6-man tag team match later on tonight. I got to go out there and deal with Natalya up next. So yeah, up next we're going to be seeing Natalya versus Rhea Ripley 1-on-1 up next on Raw. So yeah, that match will be up next. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, Rhea Ripley makes her way out there to the ring. And then we see Kathy Kelly going up interviewing Natalya before she makes her entrance down there to take on Rhea Ripley in a 1-on-1 match. And Natalya was talking about what happened at Night of Champions, that she got beat down easily and dominated and all that stuff by Rhea Ripley. But she said tonight she got a second chance and she's going to make sure that she'll beat Rhea Ripley tonight. So yeah, that's what Natalya said. Natalya gets down there and we're about to get ready for the match. Up until Natalya gets on the ring apron and stuff, doing her, her entrance and all that stuff, and then Rhea Ripley knocks her off the ring apron, attacking her, throwing her into the barricade, beating her down, throwing her into the steel steps in the barricade multiple times, throws her back into the ring and hits the riptide onto Natalya, laying her out, and then holding up the Women's World Championship up in the air. So yeah, that's what happened there. Rhea Ripley attacking and laying out Natalya tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. We couldn't even get to the match. But then after that, we see Kathy Kelly interviewing Raquel Rodriguez backstage right there at Gorilla Position. And Raquel was talking about how she got a match against Trish Stratus up next, and she says she'll beat Trish Stratus to qualify into the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and then win that Money in the Bank ladder match, and then cash it in on Rhea Ripley to become the new WWE Women's World Champion. That's what Raquel was talking about. But then Rhea Ripley comes up through the curtains and all that stuff, and she gets in Raquel's face and all that stuff. What was all that you was just saying? I'll beat you down just like I did Natalya out there. And Raquel was like, Raquel straight up and stood her ground and said that she said what she said. She's going to make sure that she beats down Mommy. So yeah, that's what Raquel said. But yeah, up next, Raquel Rodriguez versus Trish Stratus 1-on-1 in a Money in the Bank qualifying match up next on Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a 1-on-1 match. It was Raquel Rodriguez versus Trish Stratus with Zoe Stark at ringside in a 1-on-1 Money in the Bank qualifying match. So yeah, that's what this match is all about. And yeah, this matchup was going pretty good and stuff. Raquel dominating the first half of this match and stuff, doing that bear hug and just slinging around Trish Stratus like crazy and everything. But then we started getting towards the end of the match where we see Zoe Stark interfering and stuff, grabbing Raquel by the leg and stuff, which distracted Raquel. Referee didn't see it, and then Trish grabs Raquel, running her shoulder first into the ring post, pulls her back into the ring, rolling her up for a pin, but Raquel kicked out at 2. And then we see Becky Lynch going down there, attacking Zoe Stark from behind, beating her down and everything, throwing her into the barricade multiple times. Trish Stratus gets out there grabbing Becky, but Becky grabs Trish and slings her into the barricade, which caused a disqualification. So yeah, Trish Stratus defeated Raquel Rodriguez by DQ, and she qualifies into the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. That's what happened. And then Becky was all shocked and everything, going like, "Oh crap, I done screwed up," and Raquel was getting a little bit upset about it. Trish Stratus turns around Becky punches her in the face, throws her into the ring, and then Becky gets into the ring and Trish rolls back out. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then we see Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark all happy, and Becky Lynch and Raquel arguing a little bit about it. So yeah, that's what happened there. For that match, I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was an okay match and in DQ. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then backstage we see Kathy Kelly interviewing Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker was talking about that whatever Finn Balor did to Seth Rollins tonight, yeah, Finn Balor hurted him, but he says that it won't be an excuse for Seth Rollins because tomorrow night he's going to hurt him really freaking bad. So yeah, that's what he said, and he says that everybody's going to be seeing his face a lot more on Monday Night Raw, where he becomes the new World Heavyweight Champion tomorrow night on NXT. So yeah, that's what Braun Breaker said. But yep, up next we're going to be seeing Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bronson Reed one-on-one up next on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, that match will be up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. And there was a segment I accidentally forgot to mention where we actually see Cody Rhodes and Akira Tozawa. Now, Akira Tozawa actually came up to Cody Rhodes asking to be his tag team partner tonight, and Cody Rhodes said he'll think about it, and Akira Tozawa walks away. And then we see Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens coming up asking Cody Rhodes to be their tag team partner, and Cody Rhodes said that Akira Tozawa coming up and asking him about it, and that, Kevin Owens starts freaking out somehow. Oh, wow, see, he done accepted somebody else's, to be his tag team partner or whatever, and Cody Rhodes was like, no, I didn't accept nothing about it. He said I couldn't find 2 more greatest tag teams than the tag team champions themselves. So yeah, later on tonight, Cody Rhodes will be teaming up with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to take on the Judgment Day later on tonight in the main event. So yeah, that was a segment I forgot to mention that happened before Trish Stratus versus Raquel Rodriguez. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw. Now, before we talk about the next match, we see Byron Saxton waiting for Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch comes up. Byron Saxton was asking Becky Lynch about what happened out there, and Becky Lynch was talking about that she screwed up big time. But then she starts thinking about it, and she goes like, oh, wait, never mind. I got Trish Stratus in there. I got Zoe Stark in there. I got Damage Control in there. There's a bunch of people I don't like. So, and we got ladders involved. She said either she's going to win the Money in the Bank or she's going to lose Money in the Bank, and she'll drag down Trish Stratus and Zoe Stark down with her. So yeah, that's what Becky Lynch was talking about. Pretty good stuff though. But then after that, we get to the next match of the night. It was Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bronson Reed one-on-one. This match was going okay and stuff between these two guys. Ricochet comes out during the match and stuff and sits at ringside by the commentators, by the announcer's desk. And yeah, he's watching this match, and Bronson Reed and Shinsuke Nakamura is going at it. They go outside the ring, going at it a little bit. Bronson Reed eventually throws Shinsuke back into the ring, and he grabs Ricochet, tossing him into the steel steps, taking him out. Reed gets back into the ring. He's almost getting hit by the Kinshasa, but Reed moves out the way because Ricochet gets on the ring apron, and then Shinsuke stops, and then Bronson Reed pushes Shinsuke into Ricochet, knocking him off the apron, and then Reed grabs Shinsuke, hitting a backward suplex onto him. He climbs up the top turnbuckle and jumps off with the tsunami onto Shinsuke Nakamura, and then he pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Bronson Reed defeated Shinsuke Nakamura tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. For that match, I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good match between those two guys, and with Ricochet getting involved and all that stuff. But yep, that's what happened there. Still to come later on tonight in the main event, it will be Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio, the Judgment Day, versus Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn in a 6-man tag team match later on tonight, or up next apparently, on Monday Night Raw in the main event. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was the main event. But before we talk about the main event, we gotta talk about Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins said he don't care how injured he is, because tomorrow night he'll still go ahead and defend his World Heavyweight Championship against Braun Breaker and defeat him. And he says that he's going to go to Money in the Bank and face Finn Balor and defeat him as well. And he says that he's glad to see the old Finn Balor back after tonight. So yeah, that's what Seth Rollins said. But then we get to the main event. It was Cody Rhodes and the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio with the WWE Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day, in a 6-man tag team match for tonight's episode, for the main event for tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. In this match, it was a pretty good match. It was all going back and forth and everything. We get to the ending where Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest was the legal men. Cody Rhodes hit the disaster kick on the Priest. He pins him, but Dominic breaks at the pin at the count of 2. And then Sami Zayn gets in there going at it with Dominic, throws him outside of the ring, throws him over the top rope, but Dominic lands on the ring apron. And then Sami knocks him off the apron, but Rhea Ripley catches Dominic, puts him down, and then she gets on the ring apron, talking a lot of junk to Sami Zayn. And the fans was trying to hit her and all that stuff. Sami Zayn runs to the ropes. He comes back, and then Rhea Ripley ducks down, and Sami jumps over the top rope with a front flip onto Dominic, taking him out. And then we see Cody Rhodes hit the Cody Cutter onto Damian Priest. He pins him 1, 2, Priest barely kicking out at 2. And then we see Finn Balor and Kevin Owens going at it at ringside. And then Kevin Owens threw Finn Balor into the barricade, taking him out for the rest of the match. And then at one point we see Damian Priest actually hit South of Heaven, and he pins Cody Rhodes, but Cody barely kicking out 2. And then Priest decides to springboard off the second rope, and he gets hit upside the head with a cast. He gets pinned, but Dominic breaks at the pin at the count of 2. Sami Zayn gets in there. Dominic was trying to hit Cody Rhodes with the 619, but Sami Zayn got in there hitting him with the clothesline, and then he hits the Helluva kick onto Dominic, and then Kevin Owens gets into the ring. Sami passes Dominic to Kevin Owens. Owens kicks him in the stomach and hits the stunner onto him, taking him out, and then Cody Rhodes hit the crossroads onto Damian Priest, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn defeated the Judgment Day tonight in the 6-man tag team match. That's what happened. Pretty good match. For that match, I'll give it 4 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good main event. That was match of the night for me. But yeah, pretty good stuff. But yeah, for tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, I'll give it 8.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good episode. But yeah, that's what I'll give it. But yeah, that has been my Monday Night Raw reviews. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Bagels, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. I'll be down there in the description box, and I'll see you guys later for this Wednesday's AEW Dynamite reviews. See you guys later. Until then.